This finds you today on this Thursday, this Holy Thursday, this Maundy Thursday. And Holy Thursday, for those who do not know, it is the day that marks the beginning of the 3-day period leading into Easter Sunday. And the events of the day are centered around the final hours that Jesus spent with his disciples before his arrest and crucifixion. And the primary event that is commemorated today is the Last Supper, right? This is where we get our Holy Communion from. This is where we take the bread and the juice and we commemorate it as Jesus' body and his blood. This is the last time that he shared a meal with his apostles. And Jesus said to all of them, all of you, drink this, for this is my blood of the covenant, which is poured out for many for the forgiveness of sins. Amen. And during that last communion, that supper, Jesus washed the feet of his disciples, commanding them to love one another, to be humble, to be servants, just as he was to them. And Jesus said, if I then, your Lord, teacher, have washed your feet, you also ought to wash one another's feet. Then later that night, the narrative shifts dramatically to the Garden of Gethsemane, where Jesus prayed in anguish before being betrayed by Judas Iscariot and arrested by the temple guards. And Jesus said, my Father, if it be possible, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not as I will, but as you will. And then when Jesus went and prayed a second time, he said again, my Father, if this cannot pass unless I drink of it, your will be done. Amen. And Jesus was in such mental distress and anguish that it says in Luke 22:44 that Jesus' sweat became like great drops of blood while praying. And in these final hours of Jesus, we clearly see him showing us what he values the most, right? To be humble, to be of service. For the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve. And then obedience. Obedience to the Father's will. It doesn't matter what you want. It doesn't matter what you desire. It matters what God calls of us. Man. Christ is King as always. Stay blessed.